want to talk a little bit about the Travon Martin case, specifically an issue that no one in the media or no one seems to be talking about, and that's the issue of the conversation between George Zimmerman and the 911 operator, and whether or not there's a legally binding contract or authoritative directive in that conversation, or is it implied? Is it, does that constitute a contract, I guess is what I'm asking. Where am I going with this? When George Zimmerman called into the 911 operator, one of the things that the 911 operator asked him was, "Are you following the subject?" When Zimmerman replied, "Yes, I am," the 911 operator said, "We don't need you to follow him." Now, in my mind, at that point, that suggests to me that they're instructing him and they're telling him that we got it, meaning the authorities, we're handling it from now on. We got this. We need you to stand down. My point is, Zimmerman ignored that directive, that instruction from the 911 operator when he said to him, "We don't need you to follow him." He ignored that, continued to pursue Travon Martin, and engaged him. Now, what we don't know is what happened when they engaged. There's a lot of he said, she said. We don't actually know what happened. But my point is, throw all that out, you still got the issue of it would not have happened if he would have followed instructions from the 911 operator. In that he did not do that, does that constitute some kind of violation on his part by ignoring an instructive from a person of authority who's now in charge of the situation? Does the 911 operator have that authority? Is there an implied contract between the person who calls in and the 911 operator? Someone would have to explain to me the legally binding issues regarding that, but to me, this is the crux of the whole case, that he ignored the directive of the 911 operator. So I would like somebody with maybe a legal background or somebody that knows something about this. What happens when you call 911? What does that operator represent in terms of a legal framework? Are you obligated to follow the instructions of the 911 operator? If so, what is the issue if you don't follow instructions and you ignore those instructions? To me, that's the crux of the case. Throw out all the other crap that everybody's talking about he defended himself, Travon may have attacked him. Throw out all of that. There wouldn't have been no engagement, no interaction, had Zimmerman followed the instructions of the 911 operator. So maybe somebody out there can explain this to me, or tell me if this even matters in the case. Is this going to be brought up? To me, this is the crux of the case in my mind. But nobody, for whatever reason, seems to be talking about this, which I don't get. So maybe I'd like to hear some opinions out there, see what people think.